Chapter 13. The stench of poison is growing stronger by the second. You're already morphing to hawk. Feathers sprouting out of your skin. Flesh oozing and shifting like mud sliding down a hill. Your face crumpling, then extruding as a hard beak forms. Toes becoming talons. The others are morphing birds, too. You could stock an aviary. A bald eagle, a pair of ospreys, a northern harrier, 2 red-tailed hawks, and a peregrine falcon. Eric. Jake demands. Can you project a hologram through another window? A hologram of us? Absolutely. There would be no harm to the howlers, and it might save you. That would be well within my parameters. On 3, Jake says. 1, 2, now. The far window slides open. Instantly 7 birds fly toward it. Drakon beams burn. Flechette guns rattle. The howlers are attacking the hologram. Jake's plan is working. The near window opens. You spread your wings and flap with all your strength. You blow out of the window, flapping like crazy, desperate for every foot of distance. The others instantly pull ahead. But you've never been a bird before. You're overwhelmed by your freedom to move in 3 dimensions. By the eyesight that makes each puffy orange escort tree a composition of 1,000 details. Sue. Ugh. You yell. A pain. Like a red-hot poker driven into your wing. You've been hit. Down, down, down. Jake yells. You're still flying. Okay. The Drakon blast wasn't bad. It's not over yet. The others are diving. Down into the maze of trees and bushes and flowers. You follow, blazing along the lane, inches above the heads of escort out walking in the early light of dawn. Brrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr after you. You turn a sharp left, banking around a line of trees. A howler bursts from the vegetation ahead. Pull up. Tobias yells. Seu. Seu. Marco's left wing is gone, falling like burning embers among the strolling escort. Marco tumbles, out of control, falling like a stone. He hits the ground, disappears from view. Jake dives after him. A howler jumps from an overhanging tree. He aims his beam weapon even as he falls. Seu. Seu. Ugh. Jake hollers. We have to help Jake and Marco. You yell. You bank hard right. Tree. You swerve around, straining your wing muscles to the popping point. Straighten up. And then. Bunk. You slam headfirst into a tree you never saw coming. You fall to the ground, knocked silly. An escort is standing over you, staring down. Call a member of the Embalmers Guild. He calls. I'm not dead yet, you reply. Jake is hollering in your head. The Elemist and Kryak have an agreement. They can't kill the escort. Use the escort for cover. Axe. Behind you. Here comes another one. The others are running for their lives. Your head is starting to clear. You sit up. Flap. 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 Cassie lands next to you. Are you okay? Yeah, I think so, you say. Then let's haul. Cassie takes off, straining for altitude. You flap once, twice. You're high enough to see a howler. He's bounding toward you, his dead blue eyes focused on you. Cassie, watch out. You scream. See you. The howler fires. A bald eagle attacks. Rachel. You flap up, turn toward the howler. He brings his Drakon beam up, aims. Seu. Seu. Ugh. Cassie tumbles out of the air. Cassie. Rachel screams. I'm okay. I'll demorph. Don't worry. The howler is closing in on Cassie, weapon drawn. You dive. Rachel dives. You reach out, ready to rake the howler's bald head with your talons. Seu. Seu. The howler fires at point blank range. No. Rachel screams. You stare down in horror. Cassie couldn't have survived that blast. Her osprey body is smoking. You can smell the acrid odor of burning flesh. Suddenly a group of escort come zipping down the path. They walk over Cassie's body and it disappears. Hey! You yell. Rachel swoops to attack. Easy, easy, Tobias says. It's us. Eric has created a hologram of escort. Axe, Marco, and Tobias are hidden inside. Eric drops the hologram long enough to examine Cassie, to see if there is some way he can save her. After a tense moment, the hologram reappears. I'm sorry, Eric says. Cassie is dead. No, Rachel says. Her fierce eagle eyes are blank. But you can hear the pain in her voice. The others are silent as you rendezvous with Guide and find a new place to hide. An abandoned factory. Filled with mysterious, dusty machinery. Eric sets Cassie's Osprey body down on the seat of a strange machine that was like a merry-go-round for tools. Rachel finds an old blanket and covers her up. You and Rachel demorph. What happened to Jake? You ask. I saw him go over the edge, Axe says. Is he gone? You ask. No, Tobias says harshly. I'm going to find him. I'll go with you, Rachel says. No, Tobias says again. If they howlers attack, you'll need maximum firepower here. I'll go alone. Tobias leaves. As soon as he is gone, Rachel turns to you, her eyes shining with grief and worry. Her intensity frightens you. This is all your fault, she says quietly. Marco has also demorphed and watches silently from a few feet away. Rachel, Axe says. We are all sad. Blaming one another will not help. Rachel's eyes are locked onto yours. Blazing with anger. My fault? You ask meekly. You got Cassie killed, she says. Rachel, Marco tries. But Rachel doesn't back off. She's right up in your face. I want you to promise me something, she says. What? You ask. That you'll stay out of the way from now on, Rachel says. I don't want you getting anyone else killed. Do you promise? You do. Or. You refuse.